Good morning and welcome to another day of morning fog with Dr. Mark and Liz. Good morning, Liz.
Good morning, Mark. How are you today?
Absolutely extraordinary. It's a great day.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I am too. And I am super excited to talk about our topic today. You and I are all about personal growth and helping people overcome obstacles to be the best person that they could be, draw out everything within people because we know for sure that everything you need is within you now. So I say we just jump right into it. And today we're going to be talking about accelerating your personal growth.
You know, it's been said that if you're not growing, you're dying. So to just grow personally means to survive. But if you really want to thrive, if you want to have that absolute abundance that life can bring you, you have got to accelerate. You have got to create more and more momentum for your personal growth, your personal development.
And part of the reason that we're focusing on accelerating is because it's really helping you to be more sufficient or more efficient, I'm sorry, with your energy and your time. So, yes, we all want personal growth. We all want to, as you said, if you're not growing, you're dying. But the reason we put accelerate on top of it is to really get you to focus on making sure that you are really hyper focused, that you're using your time, your energy to really to the best of your ability to so how do we do that? Why are we talking about being efficient? So being efficient in personal growth really allows you to avoid getting stuck. So if you're really more efficient with your time, with your energy, you're not going to let that procrastination slip in, which we all have tendencies to do, which is really just a destroyer of any growth or progress. um, and it's also going to sort of help you hyper focus. I think I just said that before, but that's it. We want you to hyper focus on what you want.
And we want you to focus on what you want. Set a goal
Mhm.
and set a plan, a strategy, a pathway for you to achieve your goal.
Mhm.
And, you know, your goals are usually met not simply by the actions you take, but by whether or not you have grown to become that man, that woman, that human being to be in the position of that goal. And I know that sounds a little backwards, but really you are what your goal is. And if you're not there yet, you have got to grow. You've got to grow yourself to become that person. So we all have obstacles in life. And when we can turn our obstacles and challenges into opportunities, that is what changes us. Personal growth allows you to become that individual that allows you to tackle, to overcome, to surpass
Mhm.
those obstacles, those challenges in your life.
And it helps you also adapt easier to different circumstances that come up when you're really focused on that personal growth and that understanding that it's a journey. It's not a destination. Everybody's so focused on, I want this. Okay, well, we all want something out there, but there's a process to getting there. And that's what we're talking about today. It's that you need to grow in order to get there. You're most likely not, if you're not there, you're not ready to be there. There's growth that needs to be done before you reach that goal. So,
And by the way, on that journey, there will be times that you fail. And that's that first attempt in learning. There will be times you face plant and you get back up. And that is the resilience, that is the grit. Your personal growth is not an easy journey, but it's a critical journey. And invest in your resilience, invest in the ability, the fortitude to fail and keep driving forward. Keep your eye on that goal and grow into that person that you want because the benefits of growing through your personal growth, accelerating your personal growth are massive.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get to the benefits. So one of the benefits is increasing self-awareness. So when you're focused on personal growth, you're more aware of your strengths. You're more aware of your weaknesses and all those habits and patterns that you know aren't serving you or are serving you. So that awareness is what we say, awareness is everything. Awareness is the start of any change. If you're not aware, you can't make a change. So that is a huge benefit to have that increased awareness so you can make better decisions.
100%. And the next is to have the improved, updated skills and abilities. And it's not just the tools that you have. Well, I've learned how to whittle better, right? I learned the secret to putting up sheetrock. That's good, but that's not exactly what we mean. The skills and the abilities are the way you become more competent and more confident, not only in your work, but in your personal life, in your life, in how you are. It may be the skill of being able to actively listen and to authentically to show up as your authentic self. All those things that develop your personal brand. And your personal brand, well, oh, well, that's for the entrepreneur. No, that's how you show up in life. Who are you? Why are you here? What sort of husband or wife, father, brother are you? Mother, daughter, are you? That personal brand is who you are. And take and learn the skills you need to become a better person, not just to make changes in the physical world, but make changes in your energy and in those around you.
This reminds me of a conversation we had with our client last night. We were talking about having that ability to say no and not having guilt when you say it. That's a boundary. And that's part of personal growth. It's okay to say no. And we've done podcasts on that. But just understanding that we all get in these habits of, oh, we think, we want to please people. We don't want to let anybody down. Well, therefore, we can't say no. No, you can say no. And that helps you in personal growth. Because when you start learning how to say no to things that don't serve you, that aren't going to move you forward, and to remove that guilt because of it, that is absolutely improving. That's improving your personal growth, and that is a skill to learn. Another one is it also enhances your creativity because personal growth allows you to think differently. You start to think not just out of the box, like you like to say, but out of the factory that makes the box. And we all want to have that, our creative juices flowing. We all want to be innovative. And as you're stretching yourself and you're focusing on your strengths and getting rid of things that aren't serving you, you get to be more creative. There's more room for that creativity.
Exactly. And by the way, when you enforce those boundaries that you just mentioned, that creates that space for you to expand into, and it's unencumbered by all this other noise that's out there that allows you to be innovative.
Yes.
Innovation and problem solving is one of the things that allows you to move yourself forward.
Mhm.
And personal growth allows you to become that individual who can move yourself forward.
Yes.
In addition, when you are growing personally, you're developing habits. Excuse me. And those habits, if they're good habits, if they're reinforcing, if they're nurturing your relationships, if they're nurturing you, if they're relieving some of the stress and strain, what happens is it leads to better mental health and therefore better physical health.
Mhm.
When we look at stress, the impact of stress, which is mental, but is also intimately and forever related to physical stress. There are physical hormonal responses, neurotransmitter responses, etc. Well, when you are stressed, you increase your risk of high blood pressure, of heart disease, of stroke, all sorts of things. Your risk of obesity increases. So when you start to improve your habits, when you start to personally grow, when you start to settle into being yourself and are comfortable in your own skin completely, you also start to have better mental health and therefore better physical health. And that in turn re energizes you, not only physically, but emotionally, so that you can continue to grow.
Absolutely. And one of the final benefits is greater impact and influence. We become more effective at achieving our goals when we're making a positive impact on the world. It Personal growth allows you to be a better leader because you know where your strengths are, you know where as boundaries are, you know what it is that you're striving for. And people see that. It's very infectious when a person when to be around a person who's really has a growth mindset, which is why they tend to be leaders. So think about that. You might not think you're a leader today, but if you really start to focus on your personal growth, you might find that you can enter into some type of leadership position. Um,
Liz, a lot of people, and we use the word too, a lot of people want to be powerful. They want to be empowered,
mhm,
powerful. Well, when you want to have power, it's usually because you need to have some sort of force in order to win. You want to maybe have more power, more force over an individual or a situation. But really what you want is influence.
mm,
And when you talk about the ability to develop influence, to become an influential human being,
mhm,
the way you achieve that is through your personal growth. That's the ability to lead people by motivating, by inspiring them, by saying, hey, follow me, or let's go together, or I know you can do this. And people want to. Power is you're going to do this, or there's a consequence.
right.
Sometimes that's needed,
Absolutely.
but
So,
influence.
and we've all heard the term influencer. That's a big word on, today on social media in particular. So everybody can understand what it means to be able to influence. And so that's really important to know. So by now I'm guessing that you're thinking, okay, how do I do it? What are some ways that I can grow personally? Well, the first one is, and I'm sure it's not going to come as a surprise, you have to set clear goals. If you don't have goals, you've got nothing to move forward to. You cannot be vague. They have to be clear. You need to sit down and write down and know what your goals are and know if they're smart. Are they specific? Are they measurable? Are they attainable? Are they relatable? And are they timely? And that's really something to focus on. That's called SMART goals. And you need to really know if your goals are smart, because if they're not, you're not going to be able to reach them.
And by the way, make those goals into a vision.
Mm,
Put put yourself in the world that is with that goal accomplished. Think about it. Think about the smells, the tastes, the colors. Think about how it feels when you are there, and make that a goal that's a living, breathing thing that you are part of because you want to get there so badly. And again, it's not about attaining a position, but it's about the feeling, the life that you have, who you've grown into. So if you take a goal and then you extend it, make it bigger into a vision that's just passionate and drives you forward. And we all get in our own tower.
mm,
There's an old adage which is you can't see the frame of the picture that you're in. So how do you see that frame? You ask others outside of you to see the whole picture, see you, see the frame. We all have blind spots. Find your trusted resources who can tell you about the thing that you can't see about yourself. Find your people, your mentors, your colleagues, your friends, your family that you trust and you respect. You are the sum of the people that you keep your company with.
love that. That leads right into what I was going to say, which is also find a support group. I don't know if you're familiar with the term mastermind groups, but that's something that is really important to be around, as Mark said, like-minded people who are like-minded in the sense that want to grow personally, but not necessarily like-minded in the way you think. So that way you can create together, you can be innovative together, you can support each other's ideas and support each other's growth. That's always a really incredible way to, I mean, Mark and I, it's an educate yourself, watch videos from, people who inspire you. It's creating that community of people that you feel are going to help you move forward, whether they're in your presence or, again, they're educating you online or however else, through a podcast, whatever it may be.
Yeah, and that supportive community is just so important. And because we are communal beings,
Mm-hmm.
you've got to prioritize your self-care. That's putting on your oxygen mask first. Take care of you. That's being just a little bit selfish so you can be selfless. Yes, we want to serve others, but take care of yourself physically, emotionally, spiritually,
Mm-hmm.
mentally.
And step out of your comfort zone. Everybody, Mark and I talk about this all the time, that nothing happens in the comfort zone. The comfort zone is safe. You're familiar with it. So yeah, there's no fear in there and there's no unknowns, but it doesn't move you forward. So take those risks, step out of it, step through the fear, out of the comfort zone, try new things. A person who wants to have personal growth needs to be open to trying new things and the uncertainty that comes with it. But with that uncertainty can be incredible, amazing things on the other side. Those risks are worth taking.
They are. And the last is set yourself up by following a process. Set yourself for success by following a process, a lifestyle of CANI. And CANI is an acronym, continuous and never-ending improvement. Always hone yourself. Always be searching to be better. The only person that you're in competition with in this life is who you were yesterday. And your only short-term goal should be to be better on the way to your long-term goal tomorrow than you were today.
Remember, personal growth is a journey. It is not a destination. None of us, we can all have an idea of where we want to go, but along the way, things end up popping up. We were just in a meeting with somebody yesterday who was talking about how he originally started his business and that it's doing something totally different today. And you and I have had a similar journey. And it's great because what we thought we were going to be, we're so much more. And same thing with this person that we were talking to yesterday. So remember, yes, goals are super, super important. Set them, make them clear. But remember that they may change on the journey. And that's what makes the journey so important and not the destination.
And with that, you will be able to find what most of us want, which is a more fulfilling, successful, and meaningful life. One that leaves a legacy when we're gone of great people that we've touched, children we've helped raise, other peoples we've influenced to make this world a better place. You become better, they become better, the world becomes better.
You can do it. Start today. Set those goals and make them clear.
Wishing you an absolutely epic day.
Bye now.